It is really like a heavyweight boxer who's coming out of retirement. And everybody loves a good comeback story.
Well, you guys have probably heard that Louisiana is losing a football field of land an hour. We call that coastal land loss here. And that rate of land loss is phenomenal, right? Can you imagine that, losing so much land every hour?
Some of the things that we are seeing in our community already are things like schools closing because there aren't enough children to fill the classrooms.
But the good news is we can do more than just protecting what's left.
It's going to take us all pulling in the same direction, using the best available science that's out there, bringing the best people here to talk about these problems from all over the world, and then doing it, actively doing it. Today we were doing a little part of it.
This is the groundbreaking and the start of restoring 1 million acres in North America's Amazon. Here at Pointe-au-Chien, Louisiana, we're starting with the first 4,000 acres.
Anchor the stake in the root mass of the tree, because that will keep them together. Any questions? All right, get your bug spray, get your sunscreen, break off into groups of 3 or 4. We have enough sleds for everyone.
North America's Amazon is the Mississippi River Basin. The Mississippi River Basin is the 3rd largest watershed on Earth. Millions of people and billions of dollars depend on North America's Amazon.
But it's also a part of the national security, national infrastructure that we have here. It's at risk because of coastal change here.
If the land goes away, the socioeconomic impacts of that, what would be left potentially for you as a business when all of that goes away? Yeah, I mean, are you going to have to relocate? Are the families, the citizens in the community is going to have to relocate? What does that do long term for you staying in business?
It's up to the nation, really, to understand how important this part of the world is for everyone.
Yeah, so at VMware, we often say that the seemingly impossible is possible, and that's very much what we do every day. Similarly, we see Restore the Earth as doing something equally transformative.
1 million acres is a very impressive commitment. It actually gets people's attention, and it got our attention as something that was really worth getting engaged in. And it wasn't just words. They actually have a plan and a very well thought out program to achieve that.
Restoring 1 million acres will reduce the climate footprint of the entire United States by 2%. It will generate over $12 billion in economic value.
The sense of urgency and the time left to turn this around is now. It's a tremendous effort. It is bigger than any single entity.
What we're protecting is not only the land where the people were born and raised and still live. You're protecting traditions. It wasn't until I started getting older and having my own family that I realized the beauty of the marshes in South Louisiana.
I was very fortunate to grow up working on a shrimp boat with my dad and coming home and peeling those shrimp with my grandmother and the rest of our family. But our next generation, without the efforts of Restore the Earth and other organizations that are helping to rebuild our coast, there's going to be nothing for the next generation to inherit. The work that Restore the Earth is doing today, that's going to make the difference for us and our people.
What we did today was about an acre. What we've got to do, 999,999 more.
I'm optimistic that what we're doing here today, that I'll be able to bring my grandchildren, be able to show them trees that were planted here today. It's a new beginning for part of the earth that we occupy.